This is the follow-up video I was telling you about on the Monarch door servant. Showing you the insides in a few seconds, and excuse the cigarette smoke in the lens there. And to explain just how much of a pain these limits are to set. First, this is the only opener, one of the few openers you can take the cover off without using any tools. First, you got to swivel these light lenses off if you have bulbs in there. And there's one on the other side. And you also have to take the bulbs out. And I got one of my rough service bulbs. The other one burned out already. And notice the 40-watt max. I have seen, especially for some reason, genies like Pro 98, those type of, with the dual lights on them, the older ones, with the covers absolutely melted off because people put in something higher than what's rated. On this, push down, and the whole case just comes right off. And it's plastic, so dropping it ain't gonna hurt anything. There's a nice sized motor on this, your V-belt drive. And this is kind of a neat thing about these openers. This whole back section here, with the few screws, you can slide this whole thing out, which replaces, it's on up, you see the plug there. That whole thing encases the ratchet relay, transformer. Some of these, this one has a thermal light delay, which you could barely see back there with that screw on it. Some of these do have an electronic circuit board with a timer relay. But if the guts on this thing go bad, you can pull the whole back end off and stick a new one in with just removing a few screws. This is the worst part about this opener. If anyone's ever had to adjust these, you know exactly what I'm talking about. You have to loosen those nuts very slightly and move the levers for the up and down position of the micro switches. If you move it a hair, it makes a world of difference. So it takes some extremely fine tuning, and if you don't tighten these nuts back up, your door is never going to stay in place. This piece here slides up and down, and there was a clip that went on there. I don't know if somebody can correct me on this if they know these. I believe the clip was there to give you that where it kicks off the reverse 2 inches before it hits the ground in case you have ice or snow. That's my only wild guess on that one. If you take the clip off, it still works either way. One piece seems to be an aluminum T-rail on this thing, or very light steel, all full chain drive. And the trolley on this is probably the poorest designed thing, for the simple reason that when you do disconnect the door, it tends to fall off the rail. It has a carriage, but when you pull the rope down, it's a real loose-fitting trolley when it's not engaged with the sliding carriage, and it tends to fall off and knock you in the head. I'm going to do a run of this with the door going up and down. I'll stick a light bulb in there for the effect of the light. And you can see how small this flywheel is, which makes it as fast as it is. And I'm going to attempt to do this here by shorting out my contact switch instead of running back to my wall button. That's the flimsy carriage. See if we can get a look at this from the back end. And let me, ouch, ouch, ouch. Loosen that light bulb for a better view. Going down. And there you have it. Comment if you want and subscribe.